Finally. The big news. The big news is more big news. More big fucking news. That's literally what it is. Their big news to us. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this package. Look at this package right now. Look at this. Look at this package. They're getting us hyped, getting us all fucking wet for this shit. They're showing us Gotenks, Super Saiyans, LFs, and then this. What the fuck are they thinking? Come on. Come on, really? You guys fucking... I get that this was designed to be a troll, but come on. Like, literally, they're saying, oh, yeah, and are you ready? Don't fucking blink till the very end, and then they show us the very end, and it's like, oh, yeah, don't blink until fucking 10 days later. It's fucking insane. I mean, like, this is just so fucking not cool, man. And these guys, like... I'm just gonna from this point forward, start considering these guys big fuck. Toshi's just a big fucking troll and his goons. Like, I'm tired of it. This is the same fucking kind of... It's just bullshit. Now, I'm still gonna play the game, and I'm still gonna give them my money, right? Doesn't mean I don't have to like them. It's fucking crazy. Everybody, you had the whole fucking fan base looking like fucking morons in the chat, basically fucking guessing Blue Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, fucking, just like... Nova Shenron, fucking UI Goku Jiren. Like, honestly, you have all these people doing this, and then they get this. It's just fucking not cool, man. Alright, so this is going to be a breakdown of the previous videos and stuff. I'm going to try my best to not sound like a complete asshole doing this. They're talking about fucking dialogue this entire time, right? About how Vegeta talks dirty to fucking Goku Black, or fucking, how Broly wants to fucking do things to Goku. And it's like... I don't fucking care. Nobody cares. Alright? I'm going to be the guy that says this for all you guys. None of you care. Alright? And if you do, great. Great. Then you enjoyed this videos and stuff. But let me tell you something. This is an ongoing pattern of them telling us things that are completely irrelevant to us. Like, for example, the last video and stuff, where they fucking are talking about making surveys. Surveys for the game to vote whether we want this fucking guy to speak English or his native tongue. Like, come on. You really want to invest data and time to creating a survey in-game to have us vote whether we want to hear your underlings speak English or Japanese? No, just fucking put the subtitles there. We can read. Alright, we can read. Give us what we want in the game. Like, what's next? Is Toshi going to start showing us pictures of his family, his wife and kids, and the big stacks of money he has at our expense? Is that the next thing he's going to show us? Videos and Stuff 10 coming soon. Toshi's giant stacks of money. Videos and Stuff 10 coming soon. Toshi's brand new golden retriever and new house thanks to the last banner. What's the top 3 things we care about when it comes to these things? We care about events. We care about new character reveals. And we care about, in general, progressive changes to the game mechanics. Which, debatably, there are here, right? Aside from the 3 minutes here... We move on to the new mission plans. This, not bad. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Like, just because it's convenient, right? I mean, there's plenty of times where I log in and I just want to get the fuck out of here with the 35 crystals. But they're forcing me to like hop into PvP, which I don't want to do. And essentially, this is great. This essentially means that you can choose how you earn your daily keep, which is nice. This is good. It definitely removes an annoyance to the game and overall is a plus. So we're moving on here. They're talking more gibberish. Okay, so here is the interesting changes, the mechanic changes. Rising Rush. Now, my overall thought on this is it is not a nerf. I don't think it's a nerf. If anything, it might be a buff. To each their own, because it's a buff in some cases and a nerf in other cases. You can't... Now, basically, Rising Rush, when you land it, basically... If you guess the card correctly, it returns both of you to a neutral stance, meaning back in typical game neutral, which is interesting. It basically narrows it back down to just an equal playing field as opposed to a complete one-sided misdirection from you getting fucked to the other person getting fucked, right? And in which case, you could look at that as a good thing and a bad thing, because if you guess correctly, of course you got that relief package that, hey, I guessed correctly, now I'm going to stack this motherfucker to death. But, at the same time, that's what made people regret using Rising Rush. So to some it's a buff, to some it's a nerf. Me personally, it's not a nerf. It just because you got to keep in mind they're still taking all of this damage from Rising Rush up until that fact that even if you return to neutral, like I guess they have a chance of banishing you or whatever, but they still take all that damage. They still take all that damage, and they're still in the handicap zone of this, unless they have their Rising Rush as well. So it's debatable whether it's a buff or a nerf. Me personally, what I feel they should have did with Rising Rush is to either, it's pretty simple. Cut the power, maybe not in half, but cut it. Make it so it's survivable, not one-shotting characters that have 3 million HP, because there's instances where Rising Rush kills and then doesn't kill certain characters, right? Which is bullshit, because you can land a Rising Rush on like a Majin Buu, and he won't die, but you'll land a Rising Rush on another green, like Metal Cooler, and he'll die. And it all varies. Sometimes it varies maybe on Zenkais. But you can't... to me, this is like a balance, but it's not a nerf by any means. What they should have did was very simple. Either A, kept the power the same, or B, make it 50-50. Make me choose 2 cards out of a selection of 4 different cards. And if I guess both incorrectly, then congrats. I get Rising Rush. Rising Rush, no matter how you slice it, always comes down to luck. And to me, they should just nerf the luck a little bit. And making a 50-50 shot is way better than a 1 out of 4 chance. So that's what they should have did. If they wanted to keep the power and make it so you can, free-to-play players can one-shot, pay-to-win players or whatever. So that's what I would have did. Or, again, cut the power. Now, this is interesting. The cover changing. Cover changing is interesting to me because now you could just constantly swap your characters in the middle of combo, which is crazy because you can now stack multiple different cover change debuffs. And, a lot of things come to mind, like Vados, a lot of things come to, like those card chippers, or like, your cover changing with Broly, and like, you have, let's say, Blue Vegito as well, then, like, guess what? Now, Zamasu. So you got, like, a cover change option for that, a quick cover change option for blasts. So this is, I think what they're trying to do here is, for the next season or the next update, they want to make it so they're encouraging more return to neutral, in terms of, they want you to return to neutral a lot. So going to cover change doesn't return you to neutral, but it cancels combos quicker. So they don't want just an ongoing back and forth, okay, it's my turn to do a 28-hit combo, as opposed to, like, okay, now it's my turn to do a 28-hit combo. Or vice versa. Like, let's say you're versus someone that knows how to play the game. They're doing a 28-hit combo, they're reversing your shit, they rebuttal fine, and then they do another 28-hit combo. And it's just not fun for people that aren't good at the game, I guess. So this makes a lot of opportunity. It opens a lot of doors. So this is probably a pretty big change. That being said, all this in the consideration, this is probably the one good thing out of the update. I don't consider the Rising Rush nerf a nerf. Everybody's calling it a nerf. I don't see it as a nerf, okay? The whole problem with Rising Rush for me is it one-shotted people at full HP. And I don't care what you tell me, it's not skill. There's no way you can be a skillful competitive game and have something as powerful as this. And people will say it's a balance. No fucking way it is. There isn't. I've played competitive games. I know what takes skill. This is, of course, a completely different game, and I shouldn't be talking because I'm not really up there in the rankings. But anything that one-shots an entire character is just not. You can't debate that being skill. You can't. It's a button press. And, with this game, there's not a lot of options they give you to dodge attacks either. So, nerf more of the Rising Rush, please. Story modes, don't give a shit, really. But, honestly, this is great for free-to-play players. 3,000 Z-Power is a lot. I mean, I have all these characters, except for the Legacy Goku. I just didn't really bother with him in his missions. But, yeah, 3,500 Chrono Crystals. That I'm interested in. And that's really good. I mean, like, obviously anybody should go for that. And then 3,000 Z-Power. So, that's good, especially since all these characters, for the most part, are Zenkai Awakened, which is pretty much telling me that this character right here, this Goku, is going to be Zenkai'd for the God Team. So, keep that shit in mind, because you have 4 Zenkais and then this blue that's just out of place right now. So, that was probably a slip-up on their behalf. Okay. The Zenkai Souls, this one is like not the biggest of changes, but it's good. You know, it's essentially helping you guide you like they guide you with Rising Souls, which is good. I mean, you know, to tell me that there's options out there for Zenkai, and you know, some kids that don't know how to like go to the exchange shop or don't know how to necessarily get the right amount of Zenkai Souls, because you still need to like know a decent amount and how to get the Zenkai Souls, like exchange shops, and you got to use it wisely. So yeah. This is good. This is good for free-to-play players or kids that just aren't, like, you know, they just don't know exactly where to go or what to do. So, good for them. And that's it. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about this. This, I'm hyped about personally, mainly just because I was like one of the few assholes that used him on the Bardock team. So, the fact that he's getting a Zenkai is crazy. Hopefully, he can combo into things with his green card now, more than just the blue art. He gets more power as his health drops, which is crazy because he's a defense type anyway, and he's decently he's going to be very tanky too, especially since he's getting a Zenkai with all those new stats. That being said, and he's a fuck you to hybrid, which is great. That being said, I'm a little upset because now more people are going to use him, and then now I'm going to have to deal with it as well. You know, the Bardock's getting more green cards, which is exactly what I wanted him to get in the first place. Remember, I created the team where it was like 3, you know, I wanted to supply the green cards for the Super Saiyan Bardock. But now that Zenkai Broly is going to be a thing, of course he's going to be on that team. He's a Super Saiyan. Everybody's going to fucking run him with Bardock. And let me tell you something. Someone who's already used the team, it's going to work. Especially with the cover change, it's going to stall Bardock off as much as possible, get to that 50 timer count. And also at the same time, this guy is going to be ridiculously buffed. He's going to supply green cards. It's going to be ridiculous. That team is going to be shooting up there. Or videos, keep in mind, right now, videos and stuff, highly different from reveals and stuff. Reveals and stuff now means new character. Videos and stuff means just game mechanics and wasting time talking about fucking Toshi's ball sack. I don't know. I got to get out of here. Anyways, later. Let me know what you think.